Hunters are passionate people by nature and often develop a deep regard for a particular species or style of hunting. Steve Hornady, president of Hornady Manufacturing, is a dedicated sportsman with a lifetime of international hunting under his belt. Yet it is mountain game that have become his special passion, and at the top of his list are the wild sheep of the world. A unique opportunity to hunt the majestic desert rams exists in the Baja Sur Vizcaino Biosphere Reserve deep in the Baja California Sur of Old Mexico. It is here Steve Hornady has come to test himself against both the sheep and their mountain stronghold. We travel to Old Mexico in search of the mighty desert bighorn as we open the pages of Trijicon's World of Sports Afield.
Trijicon's World of Sports Afield has been brought to you by Trijicon, Brilliant Aiming Solutions, DSC, the Dallas Safari Club, Ruger Firearms, Hornady Manufacturing, accurate, deadly, dependable, the Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio, Leica Sport Optics, Voight Harness Company, Global Rescue, anytime, anywhere. The Wild Sheep Foundation. And by Les Chameaux, handcrafted since 1927.
We just got on board the flight to Loreto, and kind of surprising to me because I'm not really familiar with this area, but the plane is absolutely full of people going down there, and most of them are going down for the vacation, the beach, and the climate. Of course, we're heading hunting. From our seat, we can look out the windows on both sides and see the ocean, so you know that you're going straight down the Baja Peninsula with the Sea of Cortez on one side and the Pacific on the other. So here we are, and we go to customs and see what happens after that.
Hey. Hi, Steve. My name is Oscar.
Oscar, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. I'm gonna be your interpreter.
Oh, great.
In your hunt.
Okay.
This is the May camp where we're gonna spend tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know all the group.
Okay.
I would like to tell you, please come in.
Okay. Let's go in.
Okay, come here, you guys.
Buenas noches. This is really nice. I see a lot of pictures on the wall of, I bet, people I know. But I hope we have a successful hunt and I can get my picture up there.
We can get a lot of pictures for you.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to meet everybody.
There are some cooks they're gonna make some lunch for tomorrow and have dinner tonight.
Okay, no, that'll be good.
That'll be good?
Yep. We got here last night, 10-ish, I guess, and had dinner. This is the main lodge for the Alfredo and Bonfield, which is the community that manages this area. But loaded up our gear and packing just what we need for 3 to 5 days. And time to load up, get my gear.
Steve Hornady is after a Baja bighorn in Mexico when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns.
Well, as you can tell, we're packing up and we're gonna head out. The Mountain behind us here is where we're gonna start looking for sheep. Now we're gonna sit here and glass for a while and see if we can spot something and start looking there. But it's a cool wind that blows. You think down here in the southern Baja and the desert and things, it'd be warm. I'm hoping Stevie brought enough clothes. As near as I can tell, we're going to be walking down this arroyo and up into these mountains where we can glass. We left our trucks here, and there's another group coming with burros that is going to load up all of our packs and sleeping bags and all that stuff and haul it up to the camp where we're going to spend the night.
The Baja Service Caño Reserve is rugged country, and the hunter after a desert ram should be prepared to pay a physical price of discomfort in the form of thirst, blisters, and sore muscles. Yet the lure of a trophy ram will drive you upward each day, always hoping to spot the sheep of your dreams.
Well, we've worked our way through the wilderness that is this mountain called La Reforma. It is the driest looking country you've ever seen in your life. But this is home for the next 3-4 days, and we'll make the best of it. We climbed up here at the top of this mountaintop so we could glass the whole area, and Francisco and the other guides spotted a ram all the way on the other side, and it's way too late today to go, and he looks very good from here, but we're still a long way away, so if we're going to go after him, it'll be all day tomorrow and maybe part of the next, and it's too late in the day for an old fat guy like me to try to go with him. I need to make sure I've got enough energy to get this, make this hunt successful.
Sheep hunting here can be a lot of hurry up and wait. While guides were out trying to get a closer look at the ram, the cook prepared a traditional hunter's dinner, a welcome treat after a hard day on the mountain.
Bueno, no bueno.
Bueno.
No bueno? Well, the guys just got back to camp, and they had a good chance to look him over and just said, he's just too small. He's just barely 160, so that's just not the ram that we're looking for, but this is the first day. So the fact that we found one, a good sign, I guess.
Our desert bighorn adventure from Old Mexico gets exciting as rams are found at last. We'll still be climbing when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns.
Spent the night on the mountain. Got the fire going, got the coffee going. We'll head up the mountain and see if we can find that ram that wasn't home yesterday when we went up the mountain.
Bighorn sheep have existed in Mexico for more than 10,000 years. Although pre-settlement numbers were large, the population declined in the face of subsistence hunting and the various diseases contracted from domestic livestock. Bighorn sheep numbers declined to the point that desert bighorn sheep hunting was closed in 1922. A series of experimental hunts started in 1964, and the first regular hunting season for desert bighorn sheep was authorized in 1969. Seasons continued under various regulations until 1990, when they were closed again due to lack of knowledge of bighorn numbers. After the use of standardized helicopter surveys were initiated in 1992, hunting was reopened in the Baja California Sur in 1995.
It looks like it's the same ram from yesterday. He looks about the same. He gets a little bit thin on the end. We'll keep an eye on him and keep watching him. If that's the one, we got a long walk ahead of us. So we've got to make pretty darn sure that we want to go after this one before we do it.
While everyone focused on a distant ram, Steve got quite a surprise when he looked over his shoulder.
Look at this guy, he's about 270 some yards away. He's a little too young, but man, that would have been perfect if that had been a big guy that came in to look at us like that. That's just my luck. Oh well.
This is we're looking out over the Sea of Cortez, these mountains that run along the spine of Baja. We saw sheep, earlier today, but we've been hiking quite a while, covering this part of the day, and the afternoon's starting to get a little bit long. I figure we've got maybe another hour or so before we need to be moving back. And as you can see, this country, there's not a lot out here, including there are not a lot of sheep out here. But that's what hunting is all about, and when you come hunting for desert sheep, it's going to take a while before you find something. Few and far between. You could see through the video that white rock out there. Just above it, there's a ram. The guys with the spotting scope found that ram under 60 power and took a look at him. And he looks pretty good. For this distance, he still looks pretty good. So we're strategizing, and right now donkeys have come in with our camp, and we're going to go down, pick through our stuff, make sure we've got everything we need. Go from there. We brought the burros in here because we were going to spike camp here, but since we saw this ram, we unload the burros and pack up just what we need, and it's a little after 3 in the afternoon, and we're going to head out, go spend the night as close to him as we can get tonight, and then I think probably in the morning will be when our luck is going to hold up for us.
While continuing their stalk, Steve realized he was not the only hunter on the mountain, as fresh puma tracks were spotted.
I'd like to describe what we just did, but it would be expletive deleted, bleep, bleep, bleep. Because we came down out of this mess up here, and it's very vertical and very loose, and frankly, very scary. This is one of the tougher hunts that I've ever been on. I've been on a couple of killers, and this ranks right up in the top 3.
After a hard hike up a deep canyon, the group broke into the sunshine, and there on the side of a steep hillside stood a young ram. Even though it was not the ram, it was a welcome sight all the same.
Well, after a death march down this mountain, we got into position on this ridge, looking at the ridge across from us, and he hasn't gotten any smaller. He's got good mass up top, and he carries it out towards the tip, so he should score pretty well. think we'll probably be putting him to bed tonight. See if we can find him in the morning.
There's a ram within striking distance, but both time and water are running low. Our sheep hunt continues when Trijicon's World of Sports Afield returns.
And now, Inside the Hunt, brought to you by Hornady.
On this hunt, I decided I'd bring my Ruger 300 RCM. This was a joint development we did with Ruger, and I really like carrying this rifle. This cartridge, the 300 RCM, was designed for the short action and a short barrel. And working my way through this cactus, this brush and everything, having that short compact gun really makes a world of difference. This cartridge is 300 RCM is, in this case I loaded it with a 150 grain Spire Point Classic interlock bullet, more than enough for sheep. I put a 3-9 Trijicon on. I like this Trijicon particularly for the evening when the light's low and you can see that red dot inside. It's really nice. It's an ideal combination. I can't see why anybody would want to carry anything but a Ruger compact. It's perfect. We spent the night in the valley down here.
It's early in the morning now. We're before sunup, and we're back up on another ridge, even closer to where they saw him go to bed last night. And so we've been glassing now for about 20 minutes, and they found him in a spotting scope. So now it'll just be figure out what he's going to do and how we're going to get there.
I'm whipped. We came from all the way on the other side. Started out this morning. We've come down as far as we are going up now. And it seems like every rock on this mountain wants to head down because they all seem to roll under my feet. I was warned. But this is tough hunting.
The other guys saw the sheep, and it should be just over the top here. We're locked and loaded.
Sheep hunting is a game of highs and lows, and this stalk clearly provided the latter.
This is one of those ones where you have a plan and you have a backup plan. It didn't work either. We're up on top of this mountain. There's all these little pockets and canyons and benches, and all you can do is just look everywhere. We've got a couple guys down on the beach now. We're out glassing from below too. And we'll keep going. We came this far, we ain't giving up now.
This is just like a perfect stalk. And the ram is, he's just barely 200 yards away. This would be an absolute perfect shot if he just was a little older. He looks like he's maybe 5, 6 at most, and he just needs to be 8 plus in order to be a trophy. He's just, it's just too bad it worked out this way.
Steve Hornady is a veteran mountain hunter. and knows that sometimes sheer will and determination are just not enough to keep you in pursuit.
Our last and best plan fell apart, and the one thing that beat us is not the weather, not the mountain, not the rocks, not the sheep, but the water. And we're out, and you can't stay up there without water.
These dry mountains can defeat even the most determined efforts. They can break a hunter down physically. They can destroy your mental resolve when back-breaking efforts fail to produce the sighting of a good ram, much less a shot at elusive treasures. The walk down to the beach was a bitter one, for it ended any chance for a ram on this hunt. Although the rams were seen, as a hunter and conservationist, simply taking any sheep was not the goal of this hunt. Steve knows the risk of true fair chase hunting, and he accepted the outcome with the knowledge that he had given his best efforts, and there is never regret in that. Trigicon's World of Sports Afield has been brought to you by Trigicon, Brilliant Aiming Solutions, DSC, the Dallas Safari Club, Ruger Firearms, Hornady Manufacturing, accurate, deadly, dependable, the Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio, Leica Sport Optics, Boyd Harness Company, Global Rescue, anytime, anywhere, the Wild Sheep Foundation, and by Les Chameaux, handcrafted since 1927. Closed captioning by Les Chameaux, available at orbis.com/Les Chameaux.